For the latest in strategic affairs, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click the bell icon for updates.
Hello and welcome to the Gist on Strat News Global. I'm talking to you directly from Samarkand in Uzbekistan, where the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Heads of State Summit is getting underway. My guest this evening is Professor Ulugh Beg. He is a professor at the University of World Economy and Diplomacy. He's also a former advisor to the late President Karimov. So he brings with him a wealth of experience in government and policy planning. So welcome, Dr. Beg. So what is the agenda for the summit?
The agenda of the summit includes very important issues, common issues for all member countries, countries holding observer status, and the dialogue and Shanghai Cooperation dialogue among countries involved for the dialogue for the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So these issues include climatic issues, green transformation, transportation and logistics, project common for the whole Central and the Commonwealth, Shanghai Cooperation Organization, trade and investment cooperation, trade and supply chain issues, which is important for every member of Shanghai Cooperation Organization, industrial cooperation, road working food and water security, issues of the sharing of new technologies between member countries of the Shanghai Cooperation.
Do you believe the geo-political contestations that is underway?
Yes.
Russia, Ukraine, China's rise,
Different issues.
how are these impacting on the SCO?
Definitely, they may impact, but we have to keep in mind that SCO is pro-peace, pro-activity, proactive diplomacy structure. And the main topic of the SCO today in international agenda, international affairs, is about the economic cooperation. So I do not subscribe to the view of some experts telling that such issues as you mentioned now can overshadow the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Someone else, and it has significance on the elements which is the result of close working on the agenda between member states. So having India as a full member of Shanghai Cooperation Organization gave to SCO and every member country a lot in the context of having the experience and the sample of India's independent player and actor of international relations, very rational actor of international relations, very constructive actor of international relations, who is attuned especially under the initiatives of Modi, to deepen India's relations to a new stage, new level in the context of pharmaceutical cooperations between and the sharing pharmaceutical technologies of India with Central Asian countries, IT technologies, the knowledge of India in deepening the new research, the digital economy, because India is known to international community to advance in these issues.
Now, it is also said that the SCO, there was a time when Russia was predominant. Now it is China which is rising, and India, in that sense, brings a measure of balance into that little circle. Is this correct?
No, because as far as I know, what makes SCO unique? The SCO is unique because every actor is equal. We cannot say that the Kyrgyz Republic is less than the China or India, because Kyrgyz fantastically geopolitically located and the crossroads of the transportation of Central Asia, very important. Even so small, Tajik, Turkmen, all these five countries are important. That's why we cannot say that Russia is more important than the Turkmen or the China is more important for the project. All of them are equal, and it makes this structure is unique and pro cooperation, practice.
So let me ask you another question. You say everybody is equal,
Definitely.
but how is it that the SCO has not been able to work on the Afghan situation? They have been very successful, have they?
No, Afghan issue. So regarding the Afghanistan and Afghan crisis, we have to understand that India is seen and known as one of the biggest investors to Afghan economy. That is to say that initially India played a very significant constructive role to aid very, you see, to aid Afghanistan, which was very weak economically, and the role of India was to support the people of Afghanistan in such a dramatic, critical situation. The same with the foreign policy is attuned to work with Afghanistan, not on the issue of the diplomatic reparations. That's another issue. That's the issue of international on the international agenda. But at the same time, we understand that this country, this nation, these people, and this community are in a very critical situation. And I know that the India, in spite of this, continuing aiding Afghanistan to support its people and to work on development issues.
So let me ask you this question. India has not very good relations with Pakistan, as an SCO member.
Yes.
It has had a troubled relationship with China, also an SCO member.
Yes.
How do you see this dynamic playing?
I would say to you, sir, that being a full member of SCO, SCO will give to every member of SCO a chance to reconsider the previous cold relations and to put it or tune it into a more positive, more constructive way. I would say to you that I have no doubt that India and Pakistan would work very closely as a close economic partners with Central Asian or Central Asia. Why not? Central Asia and SCO has many things in store to offer for everyone, even for China to work with India on Central Asian issues together.
So, and vice versa. So the troubled bilateral relationships, you don't see that as affecting the SCO?
Yes, you see, I support and I follow rational actor model. And I see rationality in the attitude and approach of every actor throughout this platform. And every Central Asian country knows that India was, is, and will be a strong partner of SCO and Central Asia. And I would say to you that India has more power than it used to play in Central Asia.
So last question.
Logistically, Chabahar is good, but India would work with Central Asia on working on more alternative transportation links and connections to say to Central Asia. India has many things for landlocked region
Interesting.
using your technologies, railroad technologies, geological technologies.
So last question. Based on what you've told me,
Yes.
what would you hope for from this conference?
I hope that all documents, exceeding 30 documents, which is already agreed by the ministers of foreign affairs and the officers of the heads of their states, and put already recommended to tomorrow's summit, will have its own positive realization on mutual and bilateral throughout the issues and throughout the agenda of the Shanghai is going to be in foreign policy agenda of India, Turkmen, Kyrgyz, Tajik, China, Uzbek, Russia, and in 2 years maybe Belarus. And you know,
Looking forward to that. Professor Ulugh Beg, thank you very much for your time.
thank you.
And hopefully the agenda that spans out over the next few
Very
days
positively.
will be positive.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Pleasure
you.
talking to you.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
And for those of you who have been following this conversation, do subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and thank you and good night.